Nuskin is very pleased to be associated with one of the world's leading research institutions, the Department of Dermatology at Stanford University's School of Medicine. Our association with Stanford began in 1995 when the company helped fund research into finding a cure for the debilitating skin disease epidermolysis bullosa, or EB. This genetically transmitted disease primarily affects children and usually proves fatal by young adulthood. Thanks to the continuous efforts of Stanford's dedicated team of physicians and scientists and support from organizations and corporations like Nuskin and its distributors, a cure for EB is in sight. To increase its support for Stanford's dermatology research efforts, in 1999, Nuskin established the Nuskin Center for Dermatological Research at Stanford University School of Medicine. The center focuses on scientific investigation, dermatology research, product development, patient care, and training. In addition to conducting clinical trials and research involving existing and potential Nuskin products, ingredients, and formulas, the center will also benefit skin disease sufferers through research targeted at finding cures and new treatments for disorders like EB. Dr. Alexa Kimball, MD, is an assistant professor of dermatology and director of the Clinical Trials Center at Stanford University School of Medicine. She earned her MD, Alpha Omega Alpha, from Yale University School of Medicine and served as an intern and clinical fellow in internal medicine for Harvard University at Beth Israel Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts. She also holds an AB degree, cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa from Princeton University and is a member of the Regulatory Affairs Committee for the American Academy of Dermatology. As an expert in the study of dermatology, Dr. Kimball explains the structure of the skin and offers her thoughts on proper ways to combat the aging process and skin damage caused by the environment.
Your skin is like a window, providing a glimpse into how healthy you are, how well you've taken care of it, and of course, how old you are. Up until about the age of 25, your skin is almost in the best shape it can be. It's usually smooth and supple. But over time, the changes of wear and tear take place. For example, your skin becomes drier, heals more slowly, and new growths and wrinkles occur. Some of these changes are completely harmless and natural, and some of them are genetic, so there's not much you can do about them anyway. But other changes are preventable and even reversible. For example, one of the biggest changes are caused by exposure to the sun. There is no question that the sun's radiation causes wrinkles as well as color changes that most people associate with age. To see a good example, you can actually look at your own arm. If you look on the inner part of your arm, you can see that the skin, which has mostly not been exposed to the sun, is usually very evenly colored and doesn't show many wrinkles. In contrast, if you flip over your arm, you can see on the outer portion there is often a number of changes associated with aging. Another important example of something you can do to prevent associated changes with aging is to stop smoking. Studies have shown that cigarette smoke, as well as the constant pursing of the lips of people who are smoking cigarettes frequently, cause wrinkles and changes over time. But even if you haven't taken the best care of your skin in the past, there are still things you can do to help improve appearance and improve it in the future. When you look at your skin under the microscope, there are a number of features that you can see that give it that normal, healthy appearance. The first is the natural ridges and waves that give it that plumpness that people find so desirable. The second is that the top layer of skin, the epidermis, has a certain thickness to it. And the third is that the lower layer of skin, the dermis, also has plump levels of collagen and elastin fibers. Now, in the example of skin that has been damaged by the sun, a number of these features have disappeared. First of all, you can see that the natural ridges and waves have disappeared and that the area between the top and lower layers of the skin has become completely flat. There's also been thinning of the top layer of skin, and notably in the lower layer, in the dermis, you see these gray moth-eaten fibers that represent elastic fibers that have been damaged by the sun over time. It's these fibers and these changes that give the skin that aged yellow appearance that people tend to dislike. There are 3 changes in your skin that I wanted to talk about today because I often get a lot of questions about them. The first is wrinkles, the second is dry skin, and the third are those dark brown spots people often get on their face, arms, and hands that people call age spots or liver spots. Now, what causes wrinkles? There are really 2 causes. The first is the effects of the sun. There is no question that radiation changes your skin. It thins the upper and lower layers of your skin and also breaks down the collagen and elastin that are underneath your skin and help to give it that plump and healthy appearance. Now, the second major cause of wrinkles is actually just the wear and tear of time. Every time you smile, every time you frown, and every time you wrinkle up your forehead when you're confused or thinking hard, you actually are causing lines in your skin. Now, some of those lines lead to little nice smile lines around your eyes, but other ones are definitely less desirable. But there is no question that sunscreen can help prevent them, and certain kinds of creams that you can buy that we'll talk about a little bit later can also help reverse some of these changes over time. Now, another thing that happens as people age is that their skin gets much drier and needs a lot more care than it might have needed when you were younger. There are lots of different moisturizers, and one of the important things to know about them is they actually often don't add moisture back to your skin. They form a nice barrier that helps to hold in the moisture that your skin naturally generates. And if your skin is particularly dry, you may want to use moisturizers that are richer and creamier, as that will help lock in the moisture better. The best time to use moisturizers is right when you get out of the bath, because already your skin has a certain level of hydration and water within it that can help be sealed in by these moisturizers. Certain ingredients, including alpha-hydroxy acids, lactic acid, and beta-hydroxy acids, can also help improve the moisture and texture of your skin. Now, the third change that a lot of people worry about over time is the development of those brown age spots or liver spots. They are harmless most of the time, although you always should be careful if you notice something that's very dark or black that's growing quickly anywhere on your body, as that can be a form of skin cancer. But for the most part, those light to tan dark spots that you see are caused by the sun. And the most important protection that you can provide yourself is sunscreen. Hats, long sleeves can also help, but daily use of sunscreen is really the best option for you. Some of these spots can be lightened with different types of treatments, including alpha-hydroxy acids and some other prescription treatments that are available. It's been an exciting time to be involved in skin research because we've made so much progress in both how to prevent and repair damage to the skin. Two of the most important ingredients now available in over-the-counter products include alpha-hydroxy acids and vitamin C. And I wanted to take a moment to talk to you about both how they work and what you can expect from using them. Alpha-hydroxy acids are derived from nature, and we've been using them for decades to moisturize the skin in a more effective way. But they also help to remove the very uppermost part of the skin, called the stratum corneum, to give it a more youthful glow. Recent research, however, has shown that the effects of alpha-hydroxy acids are actually deeper, and that they help to promote the synthesis of mucopolysaccharides and collagen, which can be important in developing firmness and tone to the skin. You have to be somewhat careful in starting to use alpha-hydroxy acids because some people, especially those with sensitive skin, may find the concentrations initially too high. But on the other hand, you want to end up with a concentration that's high enough to be effective. So I often advise patients to start at lower levels, and as they get used to them, to try to increase as much as possible in order to get the maximum benefit from using them. Now, vitamin C is critical in the formation of collagen, which again is in that very important component in the lower level of the skin called the dermis. But it turns out that vitamin C also has many other roles, and it's a very important antioxidant. This means when the sun's radiation hits your skin and generates something called free radicals, which can cause damage to DNA and to the skin cells themselves, the vitamin C can come in and actually deactivate them and therefore protect your skin. And a recent study has shown that vitamin C can help with the overall appearance of your skin, fine wrinkling, and decrease some of the mottled pigmentation that people tend to develop over time with sun exposure. It's been a very exciting decade to be involved in skin research because so much progress in both prevention and repair of skin has been made. We have made tremendous progress in terms of sunscreens. We can now protect much better against both UVA and UVB with broader spectrum products, and we have much better sun protection factors than ever before at higher levels. One of the most important things you can do is wear sunscreen every single day, no matter what you're doing, in order to prevent from the damaging effects of the sun over time. And the new types of ingredients that we're discovering are also going to be very important in protection and reversing change. Things like vitamin C and alpha-hydroxy acids can play an important role in trying to improve the overall appearance and health of the skin.